Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, February 6th. And if we look at the headlines, an epic collapse last night's Super Bowl game as New England stormed back from 25 points down to win the Super Bowl. And that's much like our storm for early this week. It too has kind of collapsed with none of the pieces really coming together until it gets well past Michigan. So we expect that there could be some mixed precipitation, freezing rain, maybe some sleet or snow in northern lower Michigan. But for much of central and southern lower Michigan, any precipitation, mainly rain. And again, amounts will be around 1/4 to maybe 4/10 of an inch, except for southeast lower Michigan, where 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch may fall over the next 72 hours. And as we get into tonight and tomorrow, there could be even some thunderstorms across the area, I think especially for the day on Tuesday, before the cold air rushes in. If we look at the normals of the day, our normal high is 28, the normal low is 10. You can see 16 below zero in 1895, and in 1909, 1.8 inches of rainfall fell, and part of that was in the form of snow when they picked up 4 inches of snow as well. If we look at conditions as far as the warmest and coldest temperatures across the lower 48 on Sunday, 85 degrees at Edinburgh, Texas, and the cold spot 9 below zero at War Road, Minnesota. And if we look at the conditions around the MAC area yesterday, again, temperatures mainly in the 30s. The warm spot, 39 degrees at Jasper, and Newaygo with the cold spot at 16 degrees. You can see we're about 2 degrees below normal for the month of February, but we're going to see those temperatures go above normal here over the next 10 days. If we look at conditions this morning, temperatures mainly in the 20s. You can see, though, a cold 14.9 at Newaygo and 19 degrees at Marlette. Looking at the satellite view over the last couple of days, you can see some of our northwest flow as clouds rotate around the big upper trough, now giving way to more of a zonal flow. And that's going to bring some precipitation into the area tonight with this system here now coming into the Rockies. And that'll quickly move off to the northeast. The low pressure system will be in the south central plains, and it'll move up right towards Michigan and then off to the northeast. But again, it doesn't really intensify until it gets well into Ontario. So for the state of Michigan, we're going to dodge a pretty significant bullet, looks like. You can see on this morning's weather map the main low pressure system now developing into southwest U.S. And again, some strong to severe storms are going to be moving into portions of the Missouri Valley, into the western Tennessee Valley. And by tomorrow, as that low pressure system moves up towards southeast Iowa, it'll break out some pretty good thunderstorms across much of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. And as that system moves by to the northeast here as we get into the day on Wednesday, just some leftover snow showers and snow flurries across the northern lakes. But again, no big deal. Most of our precipitation will be in the form of rainfall here over the next 48 hours. If we look at how much precipitation we could expect, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch across the northern part of the state, and again down towards southeast lower Michigan, close to that funnel boundary, we could see temperatures sneak up into the 40s to around 50, and that's the area that could see some thunderstorms, and that's the area that also could see between 1/2 to 3/4, maybe 8/10 of an inch of rainfall there, as that'll be a pretty wet system off to the southeast of us. As far as freezing rain, just a slight chance of about 1/10 of an inch or less across north central lower Michigan. As you get up in the far northern lower Michigan, there could be more in the way of significant snow and freezing rain. Right now, Alpena looks like it could get quite a bit of ice as that storm begins to really intensify just off to the northeast of there, and that extends back across into Wisconsin as well. If we look at snowfall here over the next 72 hours, plenty of snowfall along the Lake Superior shoreline, with a couple of inches all the way from around the Manistee or towards Oscoda area off to the north. And over the next 7 days, you can see lots of snowfall for the UP and far northern lower Michigan. But for much of the area, just trace amounts of snowfall here over the next 8 days as we go into a pretty warm pattern. How warm will it be? Well, over the next 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks, you can see much of the U.S. above normal. So any snowfall that we would get certainly is likely to melt during that time. And now on to Weather Watch, just some advisories off the arrowhead of Minnesota back into the Dakotas, and another area just to the east of the Great Lakes, and some fog out into the plains. Other than that, it's a pretty calm picture out there, at least for a while. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.